One was there.
I wasn't.
You were not there. Okay. So I hope you have learned something out of that drug awareness thing. And there's another thing that I would like to share with you this morning, and I would like to thank the principal and your teachers allowing me to share this to you, because I believe this is a very important factors in your decision making, not only today but in the future. Who among you here is 18 years old? 18 years old? 17? Ken Paul? 16? Oh, plenty. And the rest are down? 30? Or 19? No, 19. All right. 14. Who's 14? Okay, the next question I have is on the spot question. How many of you have tried chewing banana? All right, close the door. I just want to know who among you have tried chewing banana. Raise your hand. All right, one. Hey, no, be honest, be honest. I can see you outside. Of course, I know some of you, and you're not raising your hand. I know you're chewing outside. Again, who have tried chewing banana? Raise your hand, please. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yuka, you haven't chewed banana? Okay. Banana. Some people would, when we talk about chewing banana, we chew not only the betel nut, yeah? We chew include, we mix with 3 components or 3 other things. The betel nut itself. What else? The lime. Cigarette, tobacco, and the leaf. Well, according to research, betel nut itself has benefits. But when we use it not in the proper using, especially when we combine, remember that the betel leaf is different. It's not related to the betel nut, or they call it areca plant. The areca nut and the betel leaf and the lime and the tobacco, they are different. They are just being put together and they chew. Satan planted a lot of things here on earth. The overview, the betel nut. You have idea already how to use betel nut, yeah? No. You're expert to using betel nut. I've been trying to observe people chewing and preparing their betel nut and their lime and their tobacco. Especially in YCA, YCA area. There are a lot of people chew betel nut there. Here's the overview information. Betel nut is also called areca nut. Areca is a plant. The nut is used to make medicine. Areca nut is chewed alone or in the form of liquids. A mixture of tobacco, powdered or sliced areca nut, and slaked lime wrapped in the leaf of betel vine. The people betel. In different countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, even some part in Philippines, they have different. In Philippines, they use the dried ones. I didn't know. When I was in Philippines, I didn't know there's betel nut. Only when I came here in Yap that I know betel nut. When I landed in the airport, I feel this. Have, red mouth. I cannot look at their mouth, but now I'm used to it. So I didn't know in Philippines, only when I did this research, that there is betel nut in Philippines also, and some people in the mountain. I'm from the mountains, and I didn't know there's betel nut. I grow up like a monkey, climbing trees. And I didn't climb any betel nut tree. But anyway, when I saw the betel nut here, they're so straight and there is no branches. You could not, just leaves. All right. So, well, that's how they prepare the betel nut. There are studies, as I've said, that the betel nut alone had components that is beneficial, but there is insufficient evidence. However, people use it for aiding in digestion. However, as we continue, we can find out what else we can get from betel nut. They said that the betel nut, early research suggests that betel nut might be helpful for schizophrenia. Some patients with schizophrenia who chew betel nut seem to have less severe symptoms. You know what schizophrenia means? What disease is that? That is a severe mental disorder. They said that if you chew betel nut, there is something that will help you not to be really affected. But there is insufficient evidence for that. And stroke also, they said that early research suggests that taking a solution containing betel nut extract might improve speech, strength, and bladder function in people who have had a stroke. So those are, and also glaucoma, disease in the eye, aiding in digestion. So, but according to research, there is no sufficient evidence been found linking to this claim. They said that more evidence is needed to rate the effectiveness of betel nut for this issue. Now let's go to Taiwan. There was this guy named Kui or Q. I don't know. I guess it's either, I think Kui. This is him. He said that I started chewing because everyone else did. This is a true story. And he was a betel nut chewing survivor. He got cancer. Not only him. You wait until, this is from Taiwan. He said, during the interview, he said, I started chewing because everyone else did. Now when you chew betel nut, why you chew betel nut? Because everyone else did. Why you chew betel nut? Just to stay cool. So in Taiwan, they found out that it is a very serious thing. So the government has done something in order to convince people not to plant the betel nut tree or areca tree. Palm, they call areca palm. What they did, they give subsidy. If you have a lot of betel nut trees, they said, we will give you money, cut it down, and plant some other agricultural thing. So that's what Taiwan was doing. As you can see right now, in Taiwan, they're improving because their government is coming in. Here in Yap, there's only one place that says no chewing betel nut. You know where is that? Hospital. Where in the public health inside the office. And if they chew betel nut, they will find how much? $5 or $1? Oh, $5. Very, very, very cheap. So they prefer paying $5 probably if they pay. And I can still see people chewing betel nut in the hospital. And in my observation, there's no other place that posts no chewing betel nut. That's the only, square root of room in the hospital. So here, the government has not really put into an effort, not until probably the citizens will get cancer like that. According to research, the betel nut effect will not happen in 20 years, and they don't feel like something happened to them. But that will give effect to your generation. Probably your parents before, and you have now in your DNA, and then the next generation. So the Taiwanese government is offering subsidies in return for cutting betel nut palms. I want you to watch this. Oh, not yet.
He spent years chewing betel nut, a stimulant responsible for thousands of deaths in Taiwan. Studies suggest those who chew are 28 times more likely to develop mouth cancer than those who don't. Mr. Chen used to get through 200 a day.
天然是
In the countryside, the betel nut is a good thing, like a fruit. People would treat each other to it. It wasn't considered to be bad.
So that's from Taiwan. And we'll find out another video that there were cases also in Saipan. And that's a little bit coming in. And the Guam government is stepping forward in making awareness to, and we have started now. And in this seminar that I'm doing is just part of my study in health literacy course. The first thing that they feel, the feelings that they have is that their mouth will become numb. I don't know if that's true, but the first time they chew, it's numb, and that makes sense because the effect of the substance that inside the betel nut, some of them used to kill worms, and some of them, if you have pain, probably they use it as painkiller as well. How much more if you put calcium carbonate? You know, the lime that you are using, that's calcium carbonate. And calcium carbonate is not really intended to put it in your mouth straight, whether it is powder or it is wet. Sometimes in Indonesia they use the wet. I don't know if that's powder before, and then make it wet and put it in on the leaf. That's why they just put very little, because that will burn. And they said it's okay if it's very little. My friend, that is calcium carbonate. There is in the research it says not enough is known about the safe of taking betel nut by mouth. There is now no safe known. So, however, betel nut is considered likely unsafe, not safe. Some of the chemicals in betel nut have been associated with cancer. Other chemicals are poisonous. Now, look at this. Eating 8 to 30 grams of betel nut can cause death. Do you know how heavy or light is 8 to 30 grams? 15 grams is about 0.033 pound. 15, half of 30 grams. So how light is that? Okay, so 80 to 30 grams of betel nut can cause death. That death could probably poisoning you eventually. When you smoke also cigarettes, you say, I'm good. Actually, you're just diminishing your lifespan while you smoke. Here, the same thing. The research says that when you chew betel nut, you're just like, smoking. Chewing betel nut can make your mouth, lips, and stool red. It can cause stimulant effects. This is the thing, stimulant. Betel nut is a mild stimulant, they said. If the effect similar to caffeine and tobacco use. It can also cause more severe effects, including vomiting, diarrhea, gum problems, increased saliva, chest pain, abnormal heartbeats, low blood pressure, shortness of breath, and rapid breathing, heart attack, coma, and death. Auriculin is the strong substance that we can get from betel nut itself. You know, the auriculin is a chemical that a vasoconstrictor that will constrict your blood vessel. And the same work of a cocaine and marijuana and shabu that will constrict your blood vessel, that makes it very narrow. That means your heart or lungs needs to pump and work hard, because once your blood vessel becomes so constricted, and then that means your blood pressure will go high, your heart will work hard. And not only in the research, it's not only the areca nut that has arecotin that constrict the blood vessel, also the leaf. The leaf has another component that will constrict. So if you put them together, if you mix them together, the areca nut and the leaf, they will be mixed and it becomes so strong. And anything that will control your heart and your mind, that is being manipulated by Satan, his main purpose is that you will not believe or understand him. Anything that will detour you, he will be very happy. It is different when we think of destroying our future and enjoying our life today. If we enjoy chewing betel nut, but eventually destroying your future, it is not worth it. God that wants us to live in full enjoyment when we are here on earth, and that enjoyment is only to be in His will. You know the journey from Egypt to the Promised Land. The only way that they can reach is to be obedient. Our journey from here to heaven is the same. We will not be happy in our life there if we are continuing in the life of disobedience here, because the life there is all about obeying Him. So that's just the principle. So here, we will not probably think that we are disobeying God by chewing betel nut, but God said, you have to take care of your body, because your body is a living sacrifice to God, which is pleasant to Him. That's why we don't have to, manipulate or make our minds and hearts be manipulated by anything that will come into the mouth, to the eyes, and to the ears. Because these are the agencies that Satan will use in order to manipulate the heart and the mind. The Bible said we should take care of our body. Because if we don't take care of our body, then God will have very small influence into our hearts and minds. Probably the microphone is sleeping. After you hear this, what do you think? What is your feeling now? Huh? Kenpo? If I am a lady and I'm looking for a handsome boyfriend, I don't want to pick that boyfriend that is chewing betel nut.
Yes.
Or if I am a gentleman, I don't like to kiss that girl who has a red mouth. Be practical. If we don't want to be scientific, just be practical. Yeah. But I'm just making this this lecture not boring. But that's the fact. That's the fact. God doesn't want us to look yucky. Remember when they travel from Egypt to the Promised Land? There are a lot of things that God wants to change from them. Their behavior, their worship toward Him. They forgot about the Sabbath, so God had to make miracles every week in order to restore the Sabbath to them. Remember, they were in Egypt, slave in Egypt for 450 years, I guess. And the Pharaoh forgot about Joseph, and they were enslaved for 450 years. And while God was trying to take them out from Egypt through Moses, while they traveled, they want to go back to become a slave. And God made a lot of miracles to them. And also, while they travel, we are traveling towards heaven right now, if you believe it or not. And while we are traveling, God wanting us to restore that Eden, from the beginning. While we travel before we reach there. Because once we reach there, our happiness depends on how we train ourselves to the will of God. That's why God wants to take out sin, and not only sin, but sinners. If we want to cling on that sin, God has no other option but to eradicate sin with you. And that's very specific. Eradicate sin and sinners. But well, anyway, there will be a deep study, and if you want more Bible study, just let me know. This only gives us an idea that Satan really is developing a lot of things in order for our minds and hearts to be diverted to what God wants us to think of and what God wants us to behave. My dear friends, today is just an awareness to all of us that we need to be informed. Just an awareness. It is just a program that we could start from. This is just the beginning, and I'm looking forward to putting up a good program, not only in the church, not only in the members of my church, but also to the community. And if God will permit me to stay here longer, then I would like to extend this to your mom and your dad. And I hope your moms and dads will accept it. Or at least will entertain.
Stop